Hi class, my name is Cassie Ledbetter and I am doing my disposition of teaching. I do apologize about the hour. I do have a little one starting kindergarten tomorrow. Not quite sure who's more nervous, me and or her over the past week, but it is a very exciting time to also meet the educational community, also fellow colleagues, and then fellow teachers and parents that I'll be working hand in hand with one day, hopefully. I will go ahead and start with a few of my flaws. I am an avid water drinker. You will see a water bottle in my hand majority of the day. Another thing is I do like to carry around my notes. I will probably look at them about 50% of the time. I do not agree with reading verbatim of notes on a projector. I do feel like it gets boring. It is not engaging to the students, nor does it give the teacher much of a reflection of what everyone is learning and how to comprehend what they are learning and what they need to work on. That being said, I do believe that my strengths as far as teaching are going to be diversity and relating to diversity. I love to see students with different opinions and get their minds flowing and having quote unquote debates within the classroom just to kind of see where everyone stands, but also to make sure they realize that we are one world and not necessarily one opinion, but one world, and it's very interesting and knowledgeable to learn other people's opinions. The second thing that I feel like I have a really good strength about, and that is going to be I'm very open-minded. I love to listen to what everyone has to say. If you would ask me not to comment, then I will not comment unless if it does go against state regulations or any privacy matters. Another thing is I like to be interactive with my students. I like to do games, brain puzzles, group activities. If we could go outside for a little bit, I'd love to do that. I do live in Atlanta, so it's very warm here, about year round, but as much as we can get outside, we do try to. One last thing is I'm not one to raise my voice. It takes a lot out of me to raise my voice. I do play what's called the guilt game or positive reinforcement, meaning if you talk over me and you don't be quiet when I'm trying to talk, I will ask you, have I done something to hurt your feelings? Have I done something to insult you? Have I done something that you don't like the way I teach? Please help me learn. And that way I feel students, they will give you their feedback and you will learn from them. Honesty. I have a very open door policy. Obviously, there are so many things going on in the world these days that privacy is very limited as far as state, local, federal regulations. But if you are going through a time of need and need to talk to someone, you can either talk to me or I can advise you to talk to someone that's more qualified in that field and that is more professional to talk to. I'm also a big advocate of journals. You don't necessarily have to show me your journal. Just releasing some of your feelings and emotions and educational thoughts, poetry, doodles. It is a great way of expressing yourself without necessarily having to expose yourself. Let's see here. Admit my mistakes. You have to admit your mistakes. It creates honesty amongst your students. And then if you also admit your mistakes, your students will feel the need to admit their mistakes also. Pre-exams. I'm very strong believer in pre-exams just to see where your student is beginning as far as strengths and weaknesses and reflection and how we can work from there. My weaknesses. I will tell you right now. I need to work on my courage as far as, like I said, not raising my voice as much, but to be more stern so I do get the respect that I deserve as a teacher. My correcting intellectual without feeling guilty. That is a very difficult thing for a lot of teachers, especially teachers that are very sincere about what they do. Our job is to teach. Our job is to correct. It's just the mannerism and how we do it that makes us great teachers. And let's see then. last and foremost, I just kind of wanted to end with one quote, and that's based on Margaret Heath, how to think and not what to think. That is very important, especially in society today. We need to train our minds and our hearts and our feelings on how we want to think, and not just given a verbatim problematic solution to think. I appreciate your time. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much.